Hello. In this video, I want to talk about why come I don't want to go to church anymore. Well, my father noticed that I stopped going to church with him and my mom. My dad is a pastor of a church in a city called Pittsburgh, Texas, and my dad told me that I told him why come I didn't want to go to church because of this girl who I extended my hand to and said that how are you doing? How are you doing? And she slapped my hand and walked away. And I just stopped going to church altogether. And I told my dad this, and my dad repeated to me because he noticed that I don't go to church anymore. Well, it's like this. Why come I don't go? Because the people that my dad is, the people in the church that my dad is pastor of, is are very antisocial, cliquish, weird. I mean, nobody talks to one another. Just about a few people, just old people. But the young people are the most weird, the most antisocial people in that church. And my dad went to a McDonald's in Pittsburgh and ordered some breakfast for me and my mom and himself. And there was this girl at the cash at the drive-through, and she was a member of that church. She didn't say hi to my dad or anything. She just acted like she didn't know him at all, and that's kind of strange. And, Winston Wu brought up that people, young people in America, in their 20s and 30s, are very antisocial, cliquish, and they don't want to talk to one another or to other people, regardless of age. You know, but he also said if you go overseas, it's in reverse. I mean, well, actually, here in America, I think I said this in a previous video. In America, people in America, people in their 20s and 30s are very are are antisocial here, and they don't want to talk to each other. They'll talk to each other, but they won't talk to other people, I think. But and they're not down to earth at all, and easygoing, easy to talk to. But he also said in countries like Russia, um the people in their 20s and 30s are talkable, and even younger. They'll talk to you, and they'll hold conversations with them. You hold conversations with them, and you can talk to them hours and hours about everything. And yeah, and they're down to earth and easy to. They're down to earth and they're sociable and easy to talk to. And also, I noticed like the only people who are sociable and easy to talk to are the older people here in America. But in overseas, in countries like Russia, the older people are antisocial and angry and grouchy and mean. So that's what I heard. And why come I don't want to go to church at this church that my dad is pastor of? Because some of the people there, yeah, they like to joke around and stuff, and I'm not into like joking around and saying things in African American terms, because after I went overseas, I mean, I'm just not into that stuff anymore. you know um my mother pulled me to the side, grabbed me by my arm, and told me, why come you don't talk to that woman? You making a fool out of yourself. It's because the woman said something. I just didn't want to say anything. I just turned around and walked away. And I know I'm not, well, it may be seen rude, but I just didn't want to say anything to her. And I dealt with black people who were like this in the past, like, I've been yelled at by a black boss at this school, at this job program that I had when I was a teenager. You know, got yelled at, you know, treated like dirt, you know, been made fun and picked on by other black kids. Because, you know, like, some of them, one of them didn't give a damn about me. There was one guy that didn't give a damn about me. And one kid that was sociable and scared because the black woman, the black boss was yelling and shouting. And I was kind of fearful myself. And two black girls who were picking on me, throwing ice cubes at me, talking trash. And I'm writing down things on a form that I was supposed to write down myself because I accidentally pulled a fire alarm. And they were asking me questions on top of, they were asking me a lot of stupid questions, along with throwing ice cubes at me and writing things down on a piece of on forms that I was supposed to fill out myself, which I find very weird. And yeah, you know. And going back to the church that my dad was pastor of, you know, the people there are just very some of the old people there are sociable. There's one guy I'll talk to, couple. Others are just like, you know, just wild, ignorant, and crazy, and just Americanized and out there. And the young people are just totally weird and antisocial. And some of the adults are like that as well. So that's why I don't go to that. That's why I don't go to church anymore. And that's why, you know. And my dad sees me not going to churches. I'm going to go out and do bad things and get in all kinds of trouble. But if I go to church, he wants me to do this: pray to God, believe in God, read the Bible, like that's going to help me. And it's not at all. So, you know, and you know, Winston Wu went to church, you know, and he used that as a positive tool to create Happier Abroad and the Happier Abroad site and his Happier Abroad YouTube channel to talk about the problems in America and how people are in America. But, you know, people like my dad and my mother has also used religion to cover up their wrongdoings and by talking trash about people and tearing people down. You know, and my dad did this on Kanye West and other people. You know, and I just heard about R. Kelly got busted, you know, for having like sex trafficking and having sex with underage girls. You know, a lot of people say he's a piece of crap for that. You know, I'm gonna shoot on this. You know, people like R. Kelly. I mean, this guy. I mean, these guys on Chris Hansen's Dateline To Catch a Predator and Crime Daily Drama, and the show that Chris Hansen is the host of. You know, these guys. Why these guys are attractive to children? Because they do it because, well, I guess, you know, they're scumbags, and some do it because they're alone and they can't find it. They can't find that special woman, so they got to go to children. You know, and you know, and I'm not for that at all. I think that's just wrong. Like, and them like possessing child pornography. I mean, I'm against that as well. Like, I think children don't belong in child pornography. But you know, these guys who are into this, I'm talking about the men who are into this. You know, some of them are scumbags, just want to get kicks, and some of them are just alone. you know, and the guys who are alone who are into this, I mean, they need to check out Winston Wu's Happier Abroad site and YouTube channel, and to get this message. I mean, they will go overseas and find the women who like him, who want to talk to him, who want to give them their phone number and talk to, and get dates, and and make out. They'll be happy, and there's no need for them to preying on children and being interested in child pornography. I mean, there's no need for that. And plus, Happier Abroad is stronger, and it tells the truth, and it does more than just going to a building with a cross on top of it, where you go in and people read a book with Holy Bible printed on it and jumping up and down and saying, "Thank you, Jesus! Oh Lord!" Yeah. So yeah, I think and I think that snippet is the reason why I don't want to go to church. I mean, I might go to church again. I'm thinking about it. But if it gets too toxic and just out there, I mean, I'm probably not going to go anymore. Because let's face it, I mean, there's crooks and, there's just a bunch of thieves and backstabbers and evil people in the church anyway. And there's people who are part cliques and groups, and they're just church circuit, where my dad's part of. Well, they won't give him a church that's big and it's in a big city like Dallas is. They'll just give him a church that has fewer members, old people, and just on the verge of dying off. Now, or those are good Christian fearing good people to you? I don't think so. So Happier Abroad is stronger than the church. But if you put Happier Abroad and the church together, I mean, it'll give you a stronger, powerful view and make you see how society in America is. So that's all I gotta say. Later.